My name is Dave Traurig from Fort Myers, Florida. My question for you is, the more I fish, the more I realize just how much the new and full moon affect the fish bite. But no one ever talks about or how the moon phases affect the fishing also. I still don't know how to fully incorporate them into my fishing schedule. I am sure there are plenty of others that would like an explanation on how they work also. Thanks in advance for your time.
Well, David, great question. And you know what? The moon is everything. Whether it's the full moon or the new moon, understand this. The 2 or 3 days before the new moon, the 2 or 3 days after the new moon or full moon, you're going to have monstrous tides as far as movement. That's going to help create a lot of good fishing. Now, the bad news is that when you have that big water and that current flow, a lot of times what will happen is if you had a body of fish in one place, because the tide comes up, it might move them into another area. So you have to take that into considerations. Where you live, which is the Gulf of Mexico out of Fort Myers, the one thing that's going to happen is between those moons, the quarter moon, the week after the full moon, the one thing you need to know is certainly you're going to have less tide. So you're not going to have a lot of movement. You might want to try to avoid, when you look on a tide chart, look for the big peaks and valleys. When you see straight lines, which you often get, an 8-hour falling tide in the Gulf, guess what? That's going to crush you because you got no water movement. So that's going to be the thing you want to look for. Fish around those big tides.
Wow, good job, Rick. I guess you really know your stuff. Didn't you just start doing this? I mean,
last week.
My goodness.